Have you seen Lil Wayne's solos? Hits hard. Oh, Lil Wayne used to tear it up on the skateboard and the guitar. Woo! Almost as good as DJ Khaled playing the Bob Marley guitar. Nah, DJ Khaled's got too much talent. Lil Wayne couldn't do it. This one was pretty awesome too. He fucking went in on it as well. He made that guitar his bitch. Bob Marley almost resurrected out of like pure envy.
You know what I'm saying? And a special note from the Marley family. Shout out to the Marley. Melissa, can you read this for me? Can you read this to the world, please?
Songs that help unite the world, and we hope it gives you inspiration as well.
Woo! Fucking going in. Yeah, buddy. Sounds like a sound effect in Ed, Edd n Eddy when things are crashing. DJ Khaled is just probably one of the most talented men on the planet. I always appreciate him sharing his art with the world. He's gonna break the strings. No, it looked aggressive, but that's the thing with DJ Khaled. He's able, it's like a changeup in baseball. It looks like it's going fast, but he's actually just gently caressing the strings. It's almost sensual in a way. He's very delicate, but he's able to make it look aggressive. The dichotomy that he's able to display is amazing. The key is to ignore everything this man has ever said. Why would you say that? DJ Khaled's like a modern day Socrates. Remember when he said he wouldn't eat pussy because it's yucky?
Take care of my family, you know, put in the work.
So you're saying like, you don't go down?
Nah, never.
All of that to say you don't go down? Come on.
You don't eat the box?
Come on, Khaled.
Nah, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Not even
germs.
Like
pee comes from there.
Jeez, I put in that work. My work is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do my thing.
So now if she told you she don't do that, is that okay?
It's not okay. Because, you know what I'm saying?
I'm confused. So,
okay.
He's just on a different level of intellect. Like, we're just not ready to hear his wise, sage wisdom, I think, is the problem. Remember when he got lost on his jet ski? Oh, I was really worried for him on that jet ski. I thought we might lose him. Fuck, man, it was scary. Like, it started out so wholesome, DJ Khaled out at sea, like Davy Jones.
Not sure if that's them going.
But things went south quick.
It's what you call a crazy big yacht. Now,
that is a very big yacht.
Lurked away, but
almost a cruise ship, even.
We not falling for the trap. They everywhere.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what he's talking about. So. God, this could have been a lot worse.
The key is to make it.
Yep.
The key is to make it.
Amen.
It's so dark out here. We don't know where the hell we at, but the key is to make it. The key is never give up. It's not easy to win.
That's the number one thing you have to remember in a life and death survival situation. You just have to fucking make it. It's that simple. Just remember what DJ Khaled said, the proverb.
I know that. It's so real out here right now. The key is
to make it.
In the dark. This is against the law, not even just that. This ain't right. This shit real out here, boy. This shit real out here. This shit.
It's like a horror movie, but with the smartest character in the world as your protagonist, DJ Khaled. How the fuck is he not anywhere yet? I think he's just driving in circles, like a dog chasing its tail.
God is good.
From the jaws of defeat, DJ Khaled was able to find success. A victory. Welcome back ashore, Captain. Oh yeah, he's also the only guest in Hot One's history to eat like a wing and say, damn, it's too hot, I'm not eating anymore. He tapped out after which wing?
This shit ain't no victory.
Does anyone remember which wing did he tap out on? It was the third wing?
No, we're gonna go through.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm not doing it, man. Like, I'll answer your question, but.
But I'll have to eat your wings.
All right.
Unlucky. Those wings. To be fair, though, they spiced him up super hot for Khaled because they knew what a tank he was. So the third wing that he ate was actually like the 10th wing for everyone else. So I think a lot of people don't realize that. That's why he tapped out there. If he kept going, by the end of it, he'd be eating just straight fucking magma, right? So I think it was smart overall. Just a disinformation campaign, honestly. Did you see his performance at the Overwatch League? You mean one of the best live concerts ever held? Yes. Of course I saw that. In fact, I hope they bring him back for the Overwatch 2 launch tomorrow. I hope at 3 p.m. I boot up Overwatch 2 and I've got DJ Khaled hitting the Orange Justice on me or something. Yep. DJ Khaled in the house, baby. Bust it down.
Let's go! New York! Sing it!
You can play as him in Overwatch 2? Yes. I hope so. Sing it! Sing it! I forgot that move. That move's iconic. Wafting a fart at him? Yep, take that.
Now put your hands up like this.
Thank you, Khaled.
Favorite word? Another one. Another one.
God, it goes so hard.
Another one. Another one.
I also love this song, by the way. What's my favorite word? Another one. It's 2 words, Khaled. That is 2 words, my man. That is not 1 word. It is 2. He thinks because it comes out of his mouth in 1 breath that it counts as a single word. Oh, you got him. You got him on the turntable. It's about to get ratchet. Hope you didn't bring your girlfriend. Because Khaled about to take her. Nope. Crowd's dead. I mean, it's Khaled, man. Of course they're dead. The fact they're even still awake is impressive.
If you a winner like me, put your hands up.
I love the way he moves. There's something about his movement that is so cartoonish. He hasn't even done one song, he just plays shit and yells over it. Yeah. And then he usually turns the song off and like puts the mic to the crowd like, now you sing both verses in the chorus. That was the day Overwatch League died. Amen. Yeah, I know, I'm the millionth person talking about this situation, but how can I help myself? I'm an addict, and my drug of choice is silliness. Goofy stories are the spaghetti and I'm the meatball. I can't resist. So, many of you have probably already seen, the biggest YouTube live streamer, IShowSpeed, just had a bit of a whoopsie-daisy moment on stream. He was playing Five Nights at Freddy's and Chica jump-scared him, and his penis fell out of his shorts. Now you might be asking yourself, how is this possible? What kind of paranormal activity took place here? Did Chica crawl out of the screen and pull his dick out for him on camera? Like, how did this go wrong? What a weird response to fear, to expose yourself after you get frightened. I know Five Nights at Freddy's fandom can get a little wild, but I mean, this is next level. So what exactly happened? Well, IShowSpeed was playing a Five Nights at Freddy's game, and Chica gave him a spook, said, "Boo!" And in response to the jump scare, Speed stood up, saying that he wanted to fuck Chica, and he was thrusting at the camera. One thing led to another, and then bang, penis. So, as you can imagine, this was a pretty embarrassing moment that, of course, blew up online. More like IShowMeet, am I right? This situation could lead to an extended vacation from YouTube streaming because nudity is against their rules, but there's a chance that they don't enforce it super strict here since it was an accident. They have been somewhat loosey-goosey on these rules in the past. Like, even just a month ago, there was a channel that blew up thanks to a viral video they made of a guy naring his butthole. Just full asshole on display, no censorship, nothing like that. It's just his brown balloon knot getting nared. And it was totally fine, still on the platform. And that's thanks to their educational content override policy where you can have things like a chocolate starfish getting de-haired without censorship, and it's okay because there's educational context around it. Though in this case, with the IShowSpeed cock situation, I don't exactly know what argument you'd make for it being educational unless it's like this is educational because it demonstrates how not to react to a jump scare, I guess. I don't know. But since it's accidental, they might have some flexibility on not like banning him for it outright. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens with it, but I don't think this is going to end up with like the termination of his account or anything. But he may get some kind of community guideline strike which would prevent him from streaming for a certain period of time. And to think this whole situation could have been avoided if he just wore underwear. This isn't a segue into an ad or anything like that. I was just thinking to myself, when was the last time I wore pants without underwear? And it's been so long. I'm 29 years old now, so I've started to get those old man nuts that hang real low and just bounce around chaotically. So if they're not supported by underpants, those bastards will just be swinging around like they're playing a game of tetherball with each other. My testicles will just be going hog wild down there, and it doesn't feel great. So I couldn't even imagine myself like jumping around and being active without undergarments on. I would injure myself very quickly. Now, of course, when it comes to on-stream wiener moments, the great dark side Phil always comes up because DSP has one of the most iconic stream clips of all time where he didn't realize he was live and then started masturbating. But you couldn't see any shaft or anything. The schlong was still left to the imagination. He did finish. He tilts his head back in ecstasy as he finishes, but you never saw anything. In this case, he actually does just have his entire cock out on screen for a moment. He flashed the entire screen. So it's definitely more extreme than the Dark Side Phil event. And the whole thing has obviously led to a lot of discussion around like what's going to happen next, because clearly this is a violation of rules, but it also appears like it was an accident. So how harsh is the punishment going to be? And I guess we're just going to have to wait and see there. It does seem accidental. I think he wanted to have like an over-the-top overreaction to jump scares that a lot of streamers and YouTubers do, and he just went too far with it, leading to just this disastrous wardrobe malfunction moment. Now, a lot of people have also started saying that, maybe this was a calculated plan and he's about to announce his signing with Kick now that he can't stream on YouTube, assuming he does get a strike for this. And I have to say, that's a pretty interesting theory, because I don't think this was a premeditated scheme. He didn't pull his cock out and start dangling it in front of the webcam like he was giving a puppet show or anything like that. It does seem like it was unintentional, the result of overreacting to a jump scare. I don't see this as like a, maybe a grand departure from YouTube streaming where he's like, you know what, it's time I ride off into the sunset. I'm kind of tired of streaming. I'm going to retire the jersey number here. We're done. But I want to go out with a triumphant bang, an exit no one will see coming. Like, I don't think he came in here to try and subvert viewers' expectations like it was Game of Thrones Season 8 here with a fucking penis jump scare. Like, I don't think this was a plan. If it was, this could lead to, like, huge trouble for him, actually, I would imagine. He knows his audience skews on the much younger side of things. A lot of the IShowSpeed audience is young, and a lot of those kids were probably watching this stream, especially considering it's Five Nights at Freddy's, which is predominantly a kid's property that they really resonate with. So I don't think the idea would have crossed his mind, like, good content would be exposing myself in front of all of these viewers, many of which are minors. Like, I highly doubt that was a thought that crossed his mind. Now, of course, the fact that it still happened is awful, but I just really don't think it was a plan. Of course, the overreaction to the jump scare is a plan. Like, that was definitely something he decided he was going to do with, like, going crazy about the jump scare. But everything that happened after that, I don't think was some kind of calculated plot. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. That's really about it. So yeah. The only thing slower than the DMV is YouTube responding to a problem. When it comes to YouTube addressing a situation or fixing an issue, they take the scenic route. Most of the time, it's just wildly inefficient. It feels like their strategy for handling problems or issues is just to cross their fingers, close their eyes, plug their ears, and just pray that whatever the problem is, it doesn't result in a viral tweet. Because that seems to be the only kryptonite to Superman here. That is the only time YouTube's arm is ever twisted enough to finally address or rectify something. At least that's the way it has been for a long time. I do think they are getting a bit better at it. But in the case of IShowSpeed here, with the situation that happened yesterday, I have never seen YouTube move this fast. In the 17 years I've been on the platform, I have never seen this side of YouTube. They fired on the turbo jets. They engaged the NOS boosters in order to quickly explain what's going on with the whole IShowSpeed situation. I'll go ahead and bring you up to speed on the lore, just in case you don't know what the situation is. IShowSpeed is YouTube's biggest streamer, and yesterday while streaming Five Nights at Freddy's, he really rocked out with his cock out. He got a jump scare from Chica, which resulted in him thrusting at the webcam until his dick flopped out. I tell ya, those damn Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics are so quirky that sometimes penis will just come out of nowhere. But yeah, IShowSpeed was overreacting to the jump scare for the sake of entertaining his audience, and then he took it to the next level by saying that he wants to fuck Chica and started thrusting at the webcam, and then his wiener just ended up on stream and flashed the entire audience, which of course became a huge story online and a huge question mark as to what would happen next. A lot of people are wondering if YouTube was going to give him a strike or if they're going to outright ban his channel because nudity is against their rules. And YouTube has swiftly come out to answer this question. YouTube says that they're not going to ban him or anything like that, or even give him a strike. It'll just be business as usual. He's fine to continue moving forward on the platform as he has been. They stated that while it was a violation of their policy, the fact that Speed removed the broadcast and everything associated with it means that he was in the clear. Which to me makes me think that YouTube actually factored in that it was an accident. I highly doubt he wanted to become known as IShowMeat as a result from all of this. I don't think it was a premeditated cock jump scare. Now, I said this in the last video, but I'm going to mention it again here, and it's something everyone else has mentioned as well. IShowSpeed's main audience is on the younger side of things. There's a lot of kids that watch him. Plus, he was streaming Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a horror franchise that has a very large audience with younger viewers. So I really don't think the argument of this potentially being on purpose for the sake of attention and publicity is a strong argument. Like, I don't think there's any world where Speed actually planned to expose himself in front of this audience playing this game. Because if he did, that would be the stupidest idea ever, and he would probably be looking at a much more serious case than just a potential strike on YouTube. So I highly doubt that this was a scheme. I really don't think that this idea crossed his mind for content like, I'm gonna throw my meat at the webcam and it's gonna generate all kinds of headlines. Like, I just really don't think that was the case. And I think YouTube gets the same impression that it wasn't on purpose, because I don't think usually they would allow this to be just a squeaky clean, go forward and don't do it again type situation. Because I recall a few times in the past there have been channels that have uploaded either softcore pornography or just full-blown porn, and even though they removed the content shortly after posting it, they still either faced strikes for it or just outright termination. So the fact that they're not doing either of those in the Speed case makes me believe that they actually did have a human review of the situation here, and eventually deemed that it wasn't on purpose, thus they shouldn't be super harsh with the policy enforcement here. I don't think this is the norm with their nudity policy. I don't think people are going to be able to get away with, you know, pretending that something was accidental. Like if you're doing a stream, for example, I go live right now, I take off all my clothes, I'm bare ass naked, and I start juggling my balls at the webcam before going offline. I don't think I could get away with deleting that footage and then being okay. I'm sure I would probably face a strike bare minimum because I had planned to do that and knowingly broadcast content that violates the YouTube terms. Whereas here, it doesn't seem like that was ever the plan. It seemed like what Speed wanted was an over-the-top, loud reaction that went out of control. Overall, I'm pretty surprised that it didn't even result in a strike. YouTube's not exactly a platform that's known for its leniency when it comes to their rules. They never take context in consideration when it comes to anything with their policies. They've always shown themselves to be cutthroat, no mercy, and won't even listen to your side of a situation. So I was stunned to see that this resulted in them just being like, hey, you know, it happens. Carry on. But anyway, that's the most recent update on this whole story. But I do want to give a quick mention to a really degenerate clip that I just saw floating around about Aiden Ross's response to this.
Bro, guys, stop talking about his penis. I don't give a fuck. I've seen it thousands of times. I've known Speed for years. I've seen it in person thousands of times. I don't care. I saw it and I laughed. I smiled. I don't care, bro.
IShowSpeed just turned 18. He just turned 18 this year. And Aiden is saying that he's seen his penis in person thousands of times? What the fuck, man? I don't know if he's just trying to make some kind of weird pedophile joke about himself, or if he's just being totally honest, going mask off about seeing a kid's penis thousands of times over the years that he's known him. It's just disturbing. Why would you have seen a child's penis thousands of times? It makes it seem like you were grooming him. Like, the only way Speed could stay your friend was if he kept showing you his wiener or something like that with the way you're speaking about it. It is scary. That's some frightening shit. Again, I don't know if this was supposed to be a joke, but if it was, that is a weird one to make. That's setting off all kinds of alarm bells, red buzzers blaring. That is a big old self-report there. That is a joke that you couldn't torture someone enough to make, seeing a minor's penis thousands of times. Meanwhile, Aiden's just openly stating it, admitting to it with a big old smile on his face, bouncing up and down in his seat, super giddy to share the information that he's apparently seen IShowSpeed's penis thousands of times over the years before he was 18. Creepy. Very creepy. But anyway, yeah, that's really about the whole update on the situation as of right now. That's about it. See ya. It's with a heavy heart that I bring you all some sad news about Joe Rogan. I get no pleasure in talking about this, but I think it's important to address. Joe Rogan has done something remarkably silly, if you can believe that. He made a bit of a boo-boo, a mistake, a very public mistake, and one that I am personally involved in. Now I'll go ahead and be upfront and honest out the gate here, because honesty is the best policy, as my old 4th grade teacher used to say, God rest their soul. I don't really listen to Rogan much anymore. It's been quite some time since I watched or listened to a full Rogan episode, but I do still keep up to a certain degree, and recently he made a bit of a blunder on his show. Now, I'm also very familiar with the memes that have floated around about Rogan for at least a couple years now about him being dead. And after this clip, I'm starting to believe in the conspiracy. Maybe Joe Rogan really did pass away a while back and he's been replaced by an AI chat GPT, because I cannot wrap my head around how he even made this mistake. So what happened is, Joe Rogan was talking about a very sad video he watched of a father-son boxing match where the father beat the shit out of his son and people cheered and it made him sick. Hearing that story, of course, does tug on the heartstrings and would probably make most people a little confused and maybe even angry. But the problem is, what Joe Rogan is describing is not the reality of what he watched. What he was talking about is the Creator Clash, which was a YouTuber boxing event, and the match in particular he's referring to is Matt Watson vs. Dad. Dad is the YouTuber's online handle. So Joe Rogan watched that and believed it was a real father-son boxing match, and where I get involved is I was literally one of the commentators for this match. So you'd have to actually be watching that with the sound off and very close to passing out from overdosing on Xanax to even for 1 second believe what you were witnessing was a real father-son match.
I saw a video today of a boxing match. To your son.
What I find extremely entertaining about this situation is he has an entire team around him, and not a single one bothered to correct him until the very end after he'd already made a fool of himself. They're probably just like giggling, listening to him tell this story, just waiting for the moment to drive the knife in to let him know, like, no, you actually got that super fucked up. You got that so twisted, that's not what happened. But this isn't even a matter of Joe Rogan not doing research. This goes a step beyond this. This is a matter of Joe Rogan not even bothering to turn the sound on to the video he's talking about. Because if you unmuted it, you would hear us, the commentators, explaining like the event and the situation and what was going on. So he had to have watched this with the sound off in order to even come close to misunderstanding what was happening. And even then, that's a stretch. You'd also have to be way too high to read, because when they walk out, their subscriber numbers are posted under their name. So like all of the signs and clues are there and drilled into the spectator's head, and somehow it misses Joe entirely, which is just wild to me. And I love that he's wearing like an astronaut spacesuit during this rant that he goes on here, because it fits the mood beautifully. It's such a wonderful compliment. Now, to be fair to Joe, in his defense, at the end of the clip he mentions that the video title he watched misled him. And in that clip that he references, the original audio is gone and replaced with a guy lying about the whole situation. And I just still don't understand why Joe would just take all of that at face value without just watching the original clip without the voiceover. I feel like he would have done both. Like, after being made aware of the situation, he then would have watched the original. But then maybe I'm putting too much faith in his process. Like, maybe I'm giving too much credit for his researching. Maybe he just watched this YouTuber voiceover that fed him a lot of misinformation and just instantly believed it without a second thought. That is crazy, and I really love the fantasy Joe was in for however brief a time, that he had just watched a clip from a television broadcast where a father beats the fuck out of their son live in front of an audience as everyone cheers. That is such an amazing, like, visual. And Joe's like, this is madness. What are we, barbarians? What happened to civilization? We're watching fathers beat their son for sport. What's next? Are we going back to the Coliseum? Blood sports? Watching people die? When will the madness end? What's next in this lunacy? It's just so wild that this actually happened.
It's not? What is it?
They're not father-son.
Oh, why does it lie? It says father knocks out son at celebrity boxing match.
Gotta get somebody to click on this.
Oh.
This was like a YouTuber thing. This guy's a YouTuber and he's a YouTuber.
I'm such a sucker.
For some reason, this was oddly cute, where he's like, oh, why would they lie? Reminds me of that scene in Arthur about, would someone really do that? Go online and tell lies? Like, Joe is just like so trusting. He's like, oh, I got betrayed. The the title misled me. Man, I'm such a sucker. Like, at least he owned up to it. Like, I appreciate that he didn't try and fight and get defensive about it. Now, I went to the video here, and it's only 30 seconds, and it's actually none of the audio from the actual event. It's another man who's just spreading misinformation, saying this was a father-son grudge match. And I guess for some reason, Joe Rogan took all of that at face value. I just find it hard to believe that he only watched that 30-second clip and just believed it. Because Joe Rogan questions fucking everything. So he's just going to a random channel in like 360p because it's been fucking ripped and re-uploaded 1,000 times, so it's in shit quality. And for some reason, Joe Rogan just believed a completely random stranger online telling lies. I'm just still not fully convinced that he just received this random email and just watches everything that gets sent to him. This is a 20,000 view video. Are you telling me Joe Rogan sits there late at night and just goes through his entire email list of every single video sent to him, no matter how small, and just believing every single thing he sees? I don't know. That just doesn't strike me as realistic. But then after this situation, I guess it could be. Who knows? But since we're talking about Joe Rogan, I always like to take an opportunity to bring up his incredible nipples. Those are absolutely legendary. So I'm going to play you a stream clip where we go deep on Joe Rogan's nipples, because I think every time he's mentioned in conversation, it's important that we highlight just how beautiful those puppies are. We all know you love Joe Rogan's long nips. I don't know how many times I need to talk about how great his nipples are. He has the best nipples in the game. Legitimately, no one has a better set of udders than Joe Rogan. And since you brought it up, now I've got to pull up the picture, because I already know there's going to be people in here who haven't seen them. They're fucking incredible. They're actually fucking incredible. Oh, this is this is my tweet too. When you type in Joe Rogan nipples, it's my tweet. That's so fucking amazing. I'm glad. Just look at those. Look at those puppies. Just like two tiny little fingers. I know, this happens every time I bring up Joe Rogan's nipples. It always blows my mind that more people haven't seen these. They're so cool. It casts its own shadow. I've talked about that before too. Joe Rogan's nipples are kind of like the thing Carl Sagan made where he could prove the world was round using like 2 pillars. He talked about that experiment where they like erected 2 pillars, and judging by the shadow they were able to deduce that the world was round. You could do that same experiment on Joe Rogan's nipples. They're like little sundials. Yeah. Like I said, he's got the best pair in the game. Like, not even close. I have never seen nipples that look like Joe's. I didn't even think they could. They're like 2 tiny little tater tots. Well, tiny's the wrong word. They're anything but tiny. You could attach a car battery to them. Why is your website in a different language? Because for some reason when I googled his nipples, it defaulted to whatever language this is. I don't know why. But it's my tweet that it went to, which is cool. Why do they protrude so much? Has he talked about his condition of his nipples? That's a great question. Has he ever talked about them? I imagine he must have at some point. Like, at least somewhat addressed it. Like, hey, here's what's up with my nipples. I see nothing wrong with them. I think they're glorious. But I don't think you're going to see many of these out there in the world. These are rare. Dude was in a cold bath? Yeah, obviously he was in a cold bath. That doesn't change it. Like, if I'm cold, like let's say I poured ice into a bucket and I just sat in the bucket for like a couple minutes. My nipples would get hard, but they wouldn't look like that. They don't like wumbo your nips. And it also wouldn't just delete his areolas. I don't know where his areolas went, but they were not there anymore. If you're standing up, you're going to want to take a seat for this, because boy howdy do I have bad news for seafood enthusiasts out there. You are not safe. It may already be too late. I'm sure you've seen some of the headlines. Radioactive shrimp has found its way into the States. There was a recall for some frozen shrimp brands due to radioactive contaminants. There's now been another recall of shrimp for radioactive contaminants. I don't claim to be an expert on the intricacies of shrimp and the distribution of such, but to me it seems like there's a mole working in there. It seems like we got a supervillain somewhere in the pipeline. We got fucking Bruce Banner in there pumping his haul of shrimp full of gamma radiation. And unfortunately, it's not turning us into the Hulk or anything powerful. It's just making people really sick. Or at least, that's what we were led to believe initially. But today, someone came forward and blew the lid wide open. It's not just making people sick. Eating this radioactive shrimp could turn you into a fucking alien.
This is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien. This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.
Now, I want to address the sloppy audio here real quick. I don't know why they mic'd up his ass cheeks, but you get this perpetual squeaking here. It sounds like SpongeBob SquarePants' shoes when he walks. I don't understand where that's even coming from. I don't know where that mic is located. Anyway, this is a senator from Louisiana named John Kennedy. And he is actually not related to the Kennedy family. That's just a coinkydink. But it seems like there are a lot of Kennedys in government. Like, every state has their own Senator Kennedy in it. Like, I had no clue it was such a ginormous family. Like, call me a troglodyte if you want. I didn't know it was that big. I thought after, like, the original line with the death of JFK, I thought there was only, like, a handful left, like the fucking Uchiha clan. But it turns out that is not the case. But anyway, this John Kennedy is not related. I felt the need to explain that. But the most important part is what he's talking about. Right now he's saying that should you consume this radioactive shrimp that's coming into the States, it could potentially turn you into an alien. Not just an alien, the alien. A xenomorph. I don't know if John has watched these movies, but xenomorphs are considered the perfect organism. They are literally described as the perfect organism. Some people could interpret this as almost like a glowing endorsement that they should go get some radioactive shrimp because it could turn them into a fucking alien. He should have chosen like a bigger loser of some kind of cosmic being, like some kind of fucking space meatball or something, not a xenomorph. Again, in the universe, those are scientifically considered perfect beings. So to say the radioactive shrimp can turn you into that, like, holy shit, that's like the holy grail of science right there. We need to be studying this radioactive shrimp ASAP.
The shrimp was radioactive. I kid you not. It had a radioactive isotope in it called cesium-137. It'll kill you. Even if it doesn't turn you into the alien if you eat this stuff, I guarantee you'll grow an extra ear.
Now, obviously, he's not wrong about the danger here of consuming radioactive shrimp. He's just going about it in the most clownish way possible. Like, if he was giving this speech to, like, an audience of toddlers, you know, trying to put the fear of God in them, stay away from radioactive shrimp or else you're gonna end up like this fucking thing. Like, that'd make more sense. But he is delivering this to a council of adults. A lot of them geriatric, of course, but, like, these are people that know it's not going to actually turn you into an alien. They're like, well, maybe he really believes that. I don't know. I feel like there's no way he actually thinks radioactive shrimp is going to turn you into a xenomorph. Like, I don't think he really believes that. I think he's just trying to, like, scare people with, like, how serious the issue is. And it is a serious issue. But he turns it into a mockery with a presentation like this, where he downloads a fucking JPEG of a xenomorph being born and says, look, Exhibit A. This was once a 23-year-old football player. Then he went to Walmart and got some frozen shrimp. Look at him now. Horrifying. Terrible stuff. What's happened to this country? Like, come on, man. Like, just treat it seriously, so that way everyone else can too, as opposed to making it like this joke. I guess I'm just kind of tired of, like, the government treating all of its people like they're the biggest fucking morons on the planet. Like, actual bumbling imbeciles that they have to use this kind of verbiage and presentation to try and, like, get a point across. Yeah, this is, like, really bad food for you. It'll turn you into an alien. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ.
That was bad enough. Obviously, the FDA issued a recall. A few days later, it happened again.
Yeah, I'm pausing it real quick. You thought I was going to let that wacky intonation on the word again slide? You thought wrong. I have never heard anyone pronounce again that way. Again! It's like the G went in there and fucking fought his esophagus on the way out. Why did it come out that way? Why did he say it like that? It was like he had a battle in his mouth just to get the word out there. Like, maybe he's been consuming some radioactive shrimp. I don't know.
It's not being inspected. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be inspected by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. We call it NOAA. It's part of the Department of Commerce. And yes, they're inspecting some of it, about 1%. On a good day, 2%. The United Kingdom inspects 50% of the foreign seafood coming into its nation. Even China does a better job.
I completely agree. I think that is totally unacceptable. So what are you proposing we do about it, John? Maybe, like, beef up NOAA so it can do a better job at what it's supposed to be doing? If that's the case, if that's what you're pitching, why do you vote completely opposite of that? Brother, NOAA just had huge budget cuts. NOAA is being gutted right now by the current administration, which you are voting for, by the way. So he's out here talking about the dangers of radioactive shrimp turning you into a goddamn alien and reprimanding NOAA for allowing this to happen, doing such a piss-poor job of inspection, but he is voting to kneecap them. From everything I can see, John Kennedy has been, like, on the side of these kind of budget cuts. So what the fuck, man? Like, what are you yapping about? Why are you pretending to be surprised or outraged? You are actively taking money away from NOAA, which in turn is obviously going to affect their ability to do these inspections. Like, they've already been cut tons of jobs. Like, why are you surprised? And why are you pretending to give a shit? Like, the radioactive shrimp and, like, NOAA not doing its job, you have a role to play in that. And you're acting like, NOAA just sucks. NOAA's terrible. They're not doing a good job. They need to do a better job. Like, that's his closing statement, by the way. This is unconscionable. It should not be happening in the United States of America. Now, I am biased. I believe in homegrown Louisiana shrimp fresh out of the Gulf, not radioactive, but I understand that some stores prefer to buy foreign shrimp because it's cheaper. Now we know why. The damn stuff is radioactive. NOAA needs to do a better job of inspecting the shrimp that is sold from other countries that don't abide by the same standards we do to the consumers of the United States of America. I completely agree. It should inspect more. It needs to. We need to take food safety far more seriously than we do. So then why are you voting to make it harder for them to do that? You are taking money away from NOAA, which is making it harder for them to do these inspections that you are attacking them for not doing enough of. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like me being mad at my toilet for there being poop in it, but I also just took a shit in it like 10 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. You're a fraud. You're a goofball. But hey, John, credit where credit is due. Your PowerPoint, that shit went insano style. I love seeing that one. Radioactive shrimp turning us into aliens, that's a banger. Good work on that. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. You'd have to travel thousands of miles to find somebody who hasn't heard of Snoop Dogg. More people know of Snoop Dogg than Santa Claus. Probably leaving cookies and a blunt out every Christmas Eve, hoping Snoop Dogg will come visit them because Santa Claus just isn't as cool. But not many people know that Snoop Dogg is actually a Twitch streamer as well, and I would argue one of the best the platform has to offer. I myself stream on Twitch every single day, twitch.tv/moistcritical, but only in my wettest of dreams could I imagine myself being as great of a streamer as Snoop Dogg. He's pretty active. In the last 4 days, he's streamed 3 times. All 3 times it's been Madden, and every single time it's been with no audio. And Snoop Dogg, I don't think, knows that there's a chat feature because he's never once even accidentally glanced at the chat during a stream. If I didn't know any better, I'd say like his computer just gets hacked by the NSA sometimes and they click go live without him knowing about it. So for 3 days now, he has streamed with no audio, and the chat just erupts with people trying their best to let him know that there's no audio, spamming emojis of like a microphone with an X through it, just anything they can, hoping to just kind of catch his attention for a split second. But it's all in vain. It's like a nightmare where you're like shouting at your crush, don't go, but they just keep walking and it's real fucking sad. You'll also notice when you go to Snoop Dogg's page, the title has also never changed in the entire time he's been on Twitch. So I'm guessing whenever the account was made, they put this title for Snoop and he just never bothered to ever change it. So he'll just click go live by accident or just because and then just never do anything else. He also never puts a category when he streams. So when he's playing Madden or something, it's never in the Madden category. It's in like this void, like purgatory. So like all of his streams are isolated to a limbo that you have to like go out of your way to find. So even when you're following Snoop Dogg's channel, sometimes you just don't see it because it's not categorized because he doesn't fucking care. It's incredible. And now I'm not like muting the audio here myself or anything. This is his stream. This is the stream experience. It's just pure silence. It's like going into a sensory deprivation tank, but somehow even lonelier. It's been 4 days now, and I don't know if it's ever going to be fixed. This may just be the Snoop Dogg signature stream from now on, just complete silence, no audio. And honestly, he's true to his word. The title always says he doesn't stream like everyone else, and god damn it, he's right. Now, the muted audio trend is new for Snoop Dogg, but when he did stream with audio, he was no stranger to a few viral clips. Let me show you a couple of bangers from the past here.
Fuck this shit! Came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck.
This just goes to show that no matter how successful you are, sometimes a game can just bring the demon out of you. The gamer rage takes over. It's embedded deep into the DNA of all humans, this primal gamer that sometimes just gets unshackled and unleashed. We're all just Bruce Banner, one bad Madden pass away from letting the fucking Hulk run wild. So Snoop Dogg rage quits Madden and then leaves the room, forgetting to turn off the stream. So the stream ran for 8 hours with nobody there and nothing on screen except for the no signal thing. Which, to be fair, is still more fun to watch than the new Space Jam movie.
Bitch, if I have to, you know why. Am I still streaming? I would hope not.
I'm not 100% sure this is even still the same day. Like, I know after 8 hours he leaves, you know, jerks off, takes a nap, and then eventually finds out he's still streaming. But the clips are all out of order now, and I can't find the originals. So I think this is the same one where he comes back and notices that he's still streaming, but it's hard to know for sure, because this isn't the only time it's happened. A couple of times Snoop Dogg has been streaming without him ever even being there, so I feel like there's some kind of poltergeist event going on there, some paranormal activity, like a ghost is clicking go live on his computer while he's not there just to prank him. Because, like, sometimes he'll just have a fucking stream going and he's never even been there that whole time. And then sometimes he just forgets to turn it off. It's happened a few times. Like, when you go to a Snoop Dogg stream, you will probably see the El Gato no signal screen more than you'll actually see Snoop Dogg. I think I've made my point. Snoop Dogg is the best Twitch streamer on the platform. The title says it all. He doesn't stream like everybody else. It is a totally different and unique approach to streaming that I've never seen before. If fucking Jeffrey Bezos himself went into Snoop Dogg's chat and donated $50 million, Snoop Dogg would never see it. He would never even know it happened. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. See ya. I've never made a video where I've cried or shed tears during it. In fact, I've never cried in my life, not even the day I was born. I came into this world stoic and strictly business. But by golly, I tell ya, I'm coming close to leaking a little bit from the eyes during this one. When I turned on the camera moments ago, I couldn't help but feel my eyes fill with tears. I felt like a little kid again watching the Pokemon movie for the first time when Ash Ketchum turns to stone. By now, I'm sure many of you know that I'm a huge DJ Khaled fan. So is Io. She must have just sensed I was about to talk about DJ Khaled. I don't think there's a single moment of DJ Khaled's recorded life that I haven't watched by now. I'm like an actual scholar when it comes to DJ Khaled lore. I've seen all of it. I feel like I'm part of his family. From watching him absolutely ruin Bob Marley's guitar as he badly played it and slapped it around like he was trying to beat the devil out of it, to the time where he took the pressure washer from his gardeners to pretend to pressure wash his pool deck while saying, God did. Like, everything he's done, I love. The time he got stranded on his jet ski, the time that he crashed his jet ski into a fucking tree branch at like less than 2 miles per hour, the slowest speed collision that's ever been recorded in the history of our human species. It's just, everything about him is just perfect. He's like a real life cartoon character. Everything he does, I could absolutely see Ed and Eddie sound effects behind it. It's just amazing. So I love DJ Khaled. This is all to say I'm a huge fan, and I recently learned about a competition that he was holding to stay in his shoe closet for 2 nights for $11. It was a great deal. $11 and you get to live in DJ Khaled's shoe closet for 2 days? Sign me the fuck up. That's like visiting heaven for a brief moment of time before being revived on Earth. What a treat. The fact that DJ Khaled would even open his shoe closet like that is something us mere mortals don't even deserve. If I had the choice between living in DJ Khaled's toilet for 2 days or staying in a 5-star resort, I'd choose his shitter every single time. And can you believe my excitement when I learned that this was a real thing? He was listing his shoe closet on Airbnb for $11. This was a Willy Wonka moment with the golden ticket to the chocolate factory. You get to stay in the fucking shoe closet of DJ Khaled. Just look at this paradise right here. It's like you're staying in a GTA 5 online custom home. Like, this unironically looks better than some Airbnbs I've stayed at. So $11 and you get to live here and be surrounded by the stench of DJ Khaled's feet? I'm kidding, of course. There's 0% chance he's worn any of these shoes here. But either way, the idea of DJ Khaled's feet being anywhere near this room is euphoric. And it's only $11. And goodness gracious, hold me, I'm about to faint. What if DJ Khaled was there? The way that these articles that were written about it read makes it sound like you do actually get to meet him. That's like meeting a character from the Bible. You can only imagine how excited I was to learn this. I was like a little kid getting ready before Christmas, just waiting for Santa Claus to wiggle his big ass down the chimney to bring me the presents I've wanted. It was exciting, exhilarating, but I knew the competition would be fierce. Anyone in their right mind would be trying to book this Airbnb. So, I told all of my friends to set an alarm for the time that this went live, which was earlier today. Everyone set their alarm, getting ready to try and book this instantly before anyone else did. So we all had our alarms go off, we all tried, and we didn't get it. We didn't win. Someone else did. And the hardest part about this failure isn't so much not winning. It's the knowing that whoever did win won't appreciate it like I would have. We had big plans for this shoe closet. We were going to bring a Ouija board and try and communicate directly with the spirit of DJ Khaled. Even though he's not dead, I do imagine he has the ability to walk between realms. Like, we had a lot of great ideas. I was going to bring an EMF reader and maybe do a little complimentary ghost busting for him to make sure that the shoe closet wasn't haunted. It's just, I know whoever won that isn't going to take that kind of energy to that room. And that's just so painful to know that. They probably didn't even interact with DJ Khaled's tweet where he let us know that this was a major key alert, major key alert. They probably don't even know what that means, those simpletons. They didn't earn the right to stay in DJ Khaled's shoe closet. I did. But this taught me an important lesson, and a lesson that DJ Khaled's talked about before. They didn't believe in us. God did. I'm kidding. He clearly didn't. We didn't win the competition. And I learned that, you know, sometimes shit just isn't fair. We were all eager and ready ferociously at the fucking, the millisecond 1 p.m. rolled around to book that room. And yet somehow we were beaten. I have half a mind to start throwing the challenge flag on the field and calling scam. I'm calling bullshit. What if this was all just a publicity play and DJ Khaled never intended to open his room up to the public? He just made this as like a fun little goofy thing to do, but no one actually gets to stay there. I just find it hard to believe that someone bested us. We had a full goddamn strike team at the ready to book this fucking room. Whereas some goober sitting in his shit-stained tighty whities probably just accidentally stumbled across this at 1 p.m. and said, oh, that sounds fun, $11? Sure, I'm in. Like fucking Dorito dust on his fingers and slowly books the room and somehow beats us. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Damn it. I don't want to whine too long about this. I just wanted to let you all know that I didn't win this. I've talked about it on stream for the last few days about how excited I am. I felt like we were kind of a shoe in there. I was of course nervous because everyone and their mother was going to be trying to win DJ Khaled's shoe closet stay. But I just felt like we had such a good chance because so many of us were committed to the cause of booking this room. But we lost. And it hurts. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's about it. See ya. Is he actually performing incredible? How is it in every single live performance that I have ever seen from Khaled, he says maybe 2 or 3 words from his song and then immediately flips it on the crowd to fill everything else in? Every single clip. Holy shit. He doesn't perform. He legitimately doesn't perform. Yeah, he might not remember the lyrics. He actually just might not remember the lyrics. I'm starting to believe it. What is this? That sounded like something out of Glover. God, he is so good. He is so fucking good. I love bad dancing. I am such a big advocate for dancing shittily. And DJ Khaled has to be the best shitty dancer we've ever had. My 10-year-old dances like that when he finds out we're ordering pizza. It's so fucking true, though. That is legitimately like a child's happy dance. Like, I remember being a kid, you know, you hit like the hot dog. Maybe you get him with like the old twist. One of these bad boys. I love that shit. Man, I'm such a fucking Khaled fan. DJ Khaled crashes his jet ski in a tree. Oh, man. What a sad conclusion to the Lost at Sea tale. Ends in tragedy. Get back to dancing. Oh! He's going Insano style. Now we mellow it down a bit. DJ Khaled crashed his jet ski, stuck into a tree, but still had some motivational tips for you. Someone needs to just take jet skis away from this guy. Let's go! We're going 200 miles per hour!
Got a situation here. How do I do this?
Turn around.
You got a situation here.
No, it's a very easy solution. Just go back. Oh, God. Oh, jeepers. Well... the most avoidable... Oh, my God. The most avoidable situation of all time.
Situation here, guys.
Who could have seen this coming? Mother Nature had to do everything they could to stop him before he became too strong. How could this have happened?
In life, you have roadblocks. The key is to overcome it.
That's not what you did. The roadblock is right. You did have a roadblock, and your solution was to hit it as slow as possible. And now you are stuck in your roadblock forever. I already know he is too lazy to get out and push. So he's going to call in like the emergency services to fly out a helicopter. I already know how this is going to end. Oh, no way. He got out?
Figure this out. I'm going to figure this out.
Oh, he's going to crack the code.
Oh, shit. Oh,
he's doing it. He's beginning to believe.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
Yeah, give it some more juice. That might fix it.
Stuck.
Oh, God. There was nothing we could have done about this one.
It's because in life there's roadblocks, and we have to overcome every roadblock. The key is don't panic.
I'm not panicking. I'm here just enjoying. Don't worry about that, Khaled.
The key is don't panic. Don't panic. You see, I'm hanging off a tree.
That tree is doing a lot of hard work right now.
I cut myself. I am stuck in a tree in the ocean.
Yeah, ain't that a bitch? Who hasn't been there?
Don't panic. We're gonna figure this out. Cut my hand.
Well, stop grinding on the tree branch then, Khaled.
Somebody call Honey. Honey. Everybody that knows me personally knows who Honey is.
I'm assuming that's your wife.
And this ain't no joke thing.
Why don't you call her? You're on your phone. And what is she gonna do?
This ain't no joke thing.
Come out here with the Coast Guard? Oh no, we don't get the closure?
Texas. Tell him I took the
No,
secret route.
he could still be stuck out there and we wouldn't know.
But I got stuck yonder. I'm stuck yonder. Keys to overcome the roadblock.
Oh, thank God. It looks like he's out.
My mama on everything I love, no joke team. I just cut my whole leg up.
Yep. Imagine he just hits a rogue wave and just fucking wipes out.
Shouldn't have, like when I seen the tree, you know what I'm saying, I could have just easily turned around and went a different way. But I was trying to...
That was never in the cards, Khaled. Then you'd look like a bitch. You had to slowly roll up on that tree and fucking plant on it just to let nature know that they can't get the best of you. So don't even toy with that notion of turning around. There's no world where you do that.
Go over the tree thinking I can go over it. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to... I'm okay. I made it to Diddy's house.
Alright, well, we're in. What an adventure again. Bro, this jet ski is gonna be the death of him. Jesus Christ. All of his near-death experiences have been on a jet ski. He shouldn't be allowed to operate motorized vehicles. Do crowd surfing? I don't think he's crowd surfed. That's a recipe for disaster. Oh God. DJ Khaled crowd surfs and ends up crushing fans at a Travis Scott concert. Don't do it. Red Rover, do not send Khaled over. Anyone but Khaled. No, God. Help. It's like quicksand. It looks like he's done this more than once. Oh my. I don't think that was actually Khaled, but my God. Jesus. The scream. Yeah, who wouldn't scream? 1 second you're just out there enjoying the DJ Khaled acapella. Next second you got a bulldozer falling on you. Yeah, no, that man came in like he just went off the top turnbuckle. That wasn't a crowd surf, that was an execution. It's like the moon from Legend of Zelda. Yeah, no, that was a bold idea. That's definitely a memory fans will never forget. Oh, no, this wasn't in there. Oh, Jesus Christ. God damn, Khaled's going fucking hog wild out here. Oh, he didn't nearly fall out, though. How overhyped. He put a lot of trust into the driver here, though. One rogue bump and Khaled was going to tumble like Humpty Dumpty. But he didn't nearly fall, he was fine. Does a solo on the turntable. Woo! God damn, oh my God. Oh! Shit, the 360! Oh! Did he bite it? It sounds like when you play Guitar Hero and miss every note. Look at Khaled drifting around in a in a shopping cart. Okay. DJ Khaled spinning in a shopping cart. Everything this man does is so silly. It's so good. Whoa! Damn, he's going in though. Oh, this thing looks amazing.
Now check this out. What do we call this?
Scotch bonnet.
Scotch bonnet.
No. Bro, this is the guy that tapped out in 3 wings on Hot Ones. You're telling me he is going to eat something with a Scotch bonnet in it? That shit is 400,000 Scovilles. There's no way. He will die. He will absolutely die. This is his wife trying to kill him. DJ Khaled tries actually producing a beat and gets roasted by internet. Okay, here, this one looks like it's the raw. Alright. That sounds like one of those stock beats on the Yamaha drum machines from Toys R Us back in the day. Isn't his whole career made around making beats, though? What does he do? What? Someone enlighten me on, like, what DJ Khaled did to become rich and famous. I thought he made beats. Why is this so bad? If you look up his Wikipedia page, it says his occupation is hype man. I mean, that's a pretty good occupation, honestly. He ain't even hype? He ain't even hype? Excuse me? Alright, I'm gonna have to go back to the Overwatch concert, aren't I? Yes, sir. Boom! Ain't even hype my ass. Is there any other big DJ Khaled moments that I haven't looked at recently? I feel like I've kept up with DJ Khaled for the last 6 years. I feel like I haven't missed much of anything from him.
Satisfied until he's got you nodding your head as he puts it down on the turntables. UPN33 Shamari Stone has his story.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm from the future. He did not put it down on the turntables. Crowd at the boxing event was not entertained during DJ Khaled performance. Well, I don't believe that. It's impossible. Man, the quality is awful. Why does he do this? He did this in Overwatch too. He doesn't even perform his songs or play the music. He just, it's like a cappella, and he hopes the crowd knows the words. All I do is... Okay, now on to the verse. Like, what the fuck is the point in even hiring him at that stage? I'd rather just hear the song over the loudspeaker. I'm not here to sing the song for you. Usually when an artist like turns the mic to the crowd, it's for like the chorus at like the big hook. But Khaled has them do the whole song. Oh shit! Let's go, baby! Wow, he is so agile. That shooting form! Yeah, there you go. Just give him some space. Give him some space. I don't know what it is, but in the hands of DJ Khaled, that basketball looks like it weighs 60 pounds. He handles it like he's handling a fucking bowling ball. Him struggling to say the word jewelry. Oh, I have seen that one, yeah. It's a tough word, to be fair. Like, this one trips up most people, honestly.
First of all, I have so much jewelry. I got more jewelry, and it's not even about the jewelry. Because, you know...
Jewelry! What is jewelry?
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, at the end of the day...
Like I said, it's a tough word. You know? Not everyone can say it.
But this is California!
Yeah! It's like he's rolling a giant invisible pizza pie. He was in Vegas. I have such a hard time understanding what people say when they're chanting. What are they saying? Are they saying camel toe? Oh, get him off. Okay. Get him off. Alright. Makes sense. So he wasn't even in California when he said this statement? This is California? I heard Yellow Claw. Oh, Yellow Claw. That does sound pretty close as well. DJ Khaled and his wife boxing. DJ Khaled annoys the shit out of his wife and almost gets slapped. DJ Khaled's wife had enough of him during her workout. There's so many options.
I need the fireworks. Honey.
Those are some good fireworks. Man, look at those puppies go.
Honey. You love
Jesus
me?
Christ.
Honey, do you love me? Tell me if you love me.
Leave her.
Honey, I called for the exclusive
Jesus.
VIP van for you, honey. Come on, let's go. You can do it. All that talk you talk, let's do it.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I ain't like you. I don't need you in the background.
Yo, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Alright, this one seems genuine.
You can do it.
Why would he end up posting that? Oh my god. Bro, I love DJ Khaled. He's so good. DJ Khaled goes on rant after his album didn't hit #1.
Playing it, you know, go to the barbershop, you hear them playing it, you know, turn the radio on, and you hear them playing it.
Yeah, that's how
you know,
music works.
It's playing everywhere. It's called great music.
It's just called music.
Albums that you actually hear the songs. Not no mysterious shit and you
What?
never hear it. On your dome. I gotta say this too.
What in the fuck what does that mean? What album has mysterious shit you can't hear on it? Oh, I see. He was pissed that Igor by Tyler the Creator got #1 over him. Gotcha. I see. What album did Khaled make? I don't think I know a Khaled song that isn't just like a feature. Let me see. Do his albums actually like crack the top million? Because his beats, at least from the videos I saw just a second ago, are terrible. Here, this is called Khaled. I've heard 0 of the songs on here. Oh, nope, I've heard Popstar. Because of Drake. You gotta watch DJ Khaled Peaches dance. I'll just do dance. I just like seeing him move, really.
We won the summer, we won the year, we got it!
Hits played back to back that many times.
What a wonderful start. That is legitimately how I dance when I'm alone and eating a good meal. Jerma actually said it best. I was watching Jerma's stream and he brought it up. He was saying like sometimes he'll eat something that's so tasty that he just starts like throwing punches. And he explained it by saying like, my mind's having so much fun, my body's like, hey, I want a little bit of that fun. So he just starts punching. I do that same shit. I feel like a lot of people do. So I'll just start like busting out like moves and shit. Sometimes I even try and hit like the like marching. And I absolutely do these kind of things that Khaled's doing here.
We got it!
Hits played back to back that many times.
He's so relatable. Hold on, I don't want to get DMCA'd. I don't even need the music. The dancing's fine. I can imagine the music. Whoa! This guy looks like he's like working in 50 times gravity. Like it's like the hyperbolic time chamber like before Gohan figured out how to use it properly. Oof! He's wearing weighted clothes. True. Yeah, that must be it. This man dances like it's RuneScape. Like, look at this. Compare a RuneScape emote to DJ Khaled's dancing. Where's dance on here? DJ Khaled's dancing is legitimately how, like, RuneScape characters do it. In fact, this is smoother. That looks more human-like than DJ Khaled's movements. Oh, fuck, even while working out? This man's ready to boogie anywhere. Oh! Even has a little ball pit to play in when he's done working out as a little treat. This isn't even dancing. This is like a full body orgasm he's experiencing here. Play the SpongeBob OST. Beautiful timing. He just hit the walking on the beach there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, he's gonna stand. He's gonna rise out of his chair with some fire. The music's going through his soul right now. I feel it. Yep. Oh, here it comes. The catharsis.